Hi everyone, Amanda here with our March 2021 club cards, or at least my inspiration. I sent everybody the piece of Eat, Play, Love, I think it is, pattern paper, along with a sample of our silver cardstock, which I absolutely love. So I'm just going to walk you through kind of the 4 cards that I made. And I'm showing that normal cards that we've been doing have the side fold, and the cards that you buy from Close to My Heart are side fold. But if you want a top fold card, just cut a standard 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock in half tall wise, and then you just fold it from the top down, and that gets you your top fold card. So now, I don't know if you can tell this, but this is the silver cardstock that I am showing you how to cut a frame out of, so that center of the silver you can use for anything you want. I used it kind of as a matting for the back side of the Play Love paper, and it was just kind of fun. So I was really thinking about what things people would have, and trying to give different ideas for different cards. So with this butterfly, the first butterfly I colored in, I used the blue Tri-Blend Spectrum Noir Tri marker. And to make sure that I had a mat for my sentiment that exactly matched the butterfly, I just took a piece of white cardstock and I just colored in some with the marker, and I used the medium tone. And basically, if you do it in lines, you can get it a little splotchy. It will dry typically a solid color, but if you noticed, I went back and kind of did little circles, and I made sure that there was kind of a wet edge to the marker as I went across. So then you just cut that around your sentiment and it matches. I did another little swirl, 3 little loops of the silver thread. And for those that haven't seen me do this before, here's my tips and tricks. So I just take a glue dot, one of the really small ones, and I keep it on the plastic. Like, I just remove one side of the glue dot covering, and I literally just spool or roll the thread right into the glue dot. It holds it nicely. Trim off the ends. You can't see this because I go off camera, I apologize, but I'm just rolling or folding that glue dot around the threads. It kind of gets away from me here, but it's really easy. It just goes all back together because it is a glue dot. I also lost this first one that I made, so I had to make a second one to finish showing you how to do it because I lost it. It was crazy. On this butterfly, the center is glued down directly to the card front, but then I pop the wings up with just a small square of foam tape. So card number 2, it's the same kind of thing. You're going to cut the frame of your silver cardstock. And I also did the butterfly where the body is solid to the front of the card and the wings are popped up with foam tape. But I'm showing you here because I sent everybody a branch and leaves, and you're going to glue those leaves and branches together. The branch goes on top of the leaves. But to give the leaf some dimension, you take the embossing stylus and you just push it into a firm foam, and the back side of the Versamat is perfect for this. So now I'm just showing you there's kind of a difference between inking the edges with your sponge or if you drag it from off of the paper onto it, it gives it more of a feathery, a light halo kind of effect. So that's just, I did that. I punched a scallop circle and I did the halo effect behind the butterfly. So now I'm doing a bridge card, and we did this back in September or October, but I had a happy accident, you know me, no mistakes. And when I went to score my side pieces, I used my black score tool on my cutter, and it actually cut through, it broke through the cardstock and ripped it. So I thought, this is a happy accident, and I went ahead and cut down the side so it's kind of a tapered bridge fold. So here you score, the base cardstock is 8 by 4, and then you score from each end at 1 1/4 and 2 1/2. And this is where I'm now cutting the sides to give it a tapered bridge. So I just picked a random spot at the top going on the score line, the outside score line, going to the side of the card. And you can see with our back side of the cardstock, because we have the two-tone cardstock, I just flipped it over, made it a mirror image, and now I'm marking where those points are, and I'll line those up in the cutting, I can't even think of what it's called, cutting gutter, I guess, of the trimmer, and I'll trim that out. And then you do need to take scissors and actually cut following the score line. On the card that I did, I actually used the corner rounder and rounded the top corners. On this sample that I'm making, I don't think I left enough space from the top of the center part to do that, but it's really kind of cool. And then to fill in the pieces so that they're at the proper angle, what I did is I cut my piece to width, and then you put it down and you just move it up twice the distance from the bottom, and then you can trim it off, and then it's the exact same angle that you can then use that piece on different parts of your card. So this was just fun, and because I made all the branches and leaves that I sent, I had extras that I went ahead and added to this card. And the blue flower that's in the bottom right corner was actually a leftover piece from the last scrapbook layout I did. So, and then this last one is just a Z-fold card, and I don't know if anybody else does this, but with Z-fold cards, I always thought they were complicated because you had to mark them and then score here and here. Well, what I've learned is it's a basic card that you just take the front and fold it back to the left. So you can watch that again, and whatever the width is, that's what you make your papers. So I just thought I'd walk through really slowly again the 4 cards that I made for inspiration. And one is I did all blues with blues and the green leaves. And then the other one I did, it's the red shimmer brush. It might be paprika even. No, it's just called red. So it's an older shimmer brush. And the dragonfly, again, I used the red shimmer brush on the leaf, or on the wings, and the yellow or the lemonade, and I also used green apple and the mint. The mint is on that last dragonfly. So, and I did use my embossing folder, the Swiss dots, for the green. So just have fun with it. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys do. Take care.